My theory is that the ones that you're calling black people, especially in the United States, were actually a part of one of these 12 tribes, whatever that means, okay? And that right around the time many of these tribes, some of them you can call Jewish, were experiencing their traumas, was the same time Judah was also experiencing its traumas. And in that way, they had something in common. And when I'm talking about Jewish, what I'm also referring to is I'm referring to that if you study the G5 haplogroup, you will know that there are many Polish Jews. There's a huge stock of Polish Jews. There's a huge stock of Ukrainian Jews. There's a huge stock of German Jews. There's a huge stock of Russian Jews, right? So there's a lot of European Jews. But the big commonality with these Jews, if you understand histories, is that the oligarchies that were ruling then, which in many ways was what you would call Russia today, they didn't like them. So it was still the same thing. Like, they saw them as the peasants or the serfs, and they dominated them for thousands of years and decimated even their culture. So the moment that they got a chance to get out of all of that and then even associate themselves with a new birthright, that was what they did. And that was how they became Jewish as we know it today. But make no mistake, their history is they had a very rigorous history. Okay, now also when we think about just the atrocities that have been happening around the world, because what's happening is happening to all people. In this world, it's so difficult to go to a place and you actually have the original people from that place staying there. Generally, it's a whole new group of people that have moved in or colonizers moved in, and the whole indigenous population has been completely moved out. Over in Egypt, those are not Egyptians as we know them. You see what I mean? That's the migrations. Over there, that's the Mongolians. That wasn't their territory. So the whole world has been displaced. It just so happens also